Welcome to the Business Boys Talkin-Business show with your hosts, Brian Magleby and Tyler Price.
Hey, we got the new greeting.
Yeah.
We finally got that. Good job last week.
We did
with
one thing
our
right.
Hicks friend got us a new recording of us. We no longer are the talking the virtual power lunch.
We're after lunch. Although we went and just had some pizza.
Yes, we did have a little power lunch between the two of us. So, but that is awesome. Thank you, Jeremy, for updating us with our new show intro. That was a good show last week.
I think so.
I couldn't be there, but you held the fort down with Jeremy and Troy.
Yeah, those guys are doing great things, and they're one of our sponsors, and they help a lot of businesses manage a lot of things. So
they are just the best in town. I was doing a training, and giant Troy Dean was to help me out yesterday with the training, and it's just great. These guys are involved in so many things, and they do so many things for a small percentage of your payroll. Why not get them involved, man? It's a great company. If you haven't watched the show, go see Talkin-Business last week.
There you go.
And Jeremy Hicks, the one and only Jeremy Hicks, and Troy Dane was a great guest. And appreciate you covering for me last week. It was good to have not four guys trying to cram around this table.
It's a little bit much to have all four guys, but we did it week that it didn't work.
The week that it didn't work, our only show that's never not.
We're just not going to let Tyson forget.
We will just keep reminding him about it.
Even though it wasn't his fault, we're still going to blame him.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, hey, what about our sponsors?
Let's talk about them. We appreciate the efforts of Vulpine Marketing. Man, he keeps us up to date. All of our shows. I'm going to ask him to do a few tweaks on it, so he doesn't know about that yet.
Oh, okay. Well, he's about to learn.
He's going to about learn it. So, New Line Media, we appreciate the studio each and every week. He keeps us going here, keeps us automated, keeps us looking good, makes us look good on screen, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does. And Tyson just worked with someone that I referred to him, and I'm glad that it's kind of panned out. But if you have a lot of different needs, whether it's drone work, video, but now online virtual meetings, things like that, give the kid an opportunity, and he'll take care of you.
Check him out, New Line Media, and of course the FBDC. What is it?
That is the best kept secret in Idaho. If you need another set of eyes on your business or looking to start a business, this is an opportunity to come and get mentorship from people that have been there, done that. So.
And it's the Idaho. It's the best kept
in Idaho. Yeah.
We'll promoting them. So.
Yep.
In the Idaho Innovation Center, we appreciate their sponsorship. We do have a couple offices available. If your business is needing an office, we have a few really nice offices available. So come see us at the Idaho Innovation Center if you need a place to call home.
Yeah, and again, you have a very high success rate from people after they graduate there.
Our numbers are just the opposite of what the national rates are. 90% of them fail within the first 5 years. Ours is just the opposite.
Yep.
10% fail. So that's if want to have a good chance of your business, come put it at the Innovation Center.
That's all part of the Innovation Center, how it's structured, and the networking that exists there and everything.
Absolutely great. Well, we're excited for today's show. We've got Katie Larson with Revelwear and a new business that she just is launching. I think we're going to learn a little bit about that today. It's called K. McGee Fulfillment.
Yeah.
And I didn't release it on the Facebook and LinkedIn links, but I am here. We're going to announce it.
We are.
It is K. McGee Fulfillment.
And we're going to learn all about it.
We are.
How it got started and the whole bit.
But man, it's exciting to learn that a lady here in this area has put together this clothing line that has its special purpose, and we're going to learn all about it today.
Yeah.
So let's watch. We got a couple videos that is gonna. Well, I guess just one video. Is that right, Tyson? Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay, so we're got 45 seconds. I thought I had two on there, but maybe that was for the. Nope. Nope. We'll just do a 45-second video here. I'm not sure how long this is, but we'll watch it and then we'll welcome Katie Larson.
All right. Well, very cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So because the company has changed its name, I think maybe once.
Yeah, it
right?
has. We
So-
relaunched a couple years ago as Revelwear. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so what was the driving force behind starting that, and what's it like doing a startup? And you have a patent or two.
We have one patent on the pocket, which there's only 4 total.
Wow.
In the US, and we have one of them. It's because we have fashioned that enclosure. It doesn't have any mechanisms that will fail or break, those kinds of things, and it will still hold contents in place.
Yeah.
So we decided to focus on the insulin pump. There's a good story. It's sad.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know anyone with type 1 diabetes, but it's a chronic disease.
Oh, yeah.
So your pancreas fails it's an autoimmune disease. Your pancreas fails for a number of reasons, but it never comes back. And so a person is dependent on insulin, and then eventually, usually they'll go to the insulin pump. Then that's connected to their body at all times.
Yeah.
And so my friend's friend, when we were working on this pocket, we just thought cell phone. It was sort of in the era where cell phone, or there was no pockets really on any women's clothing or leggings or exercise wear. Well, this little baby got really, really sick. Mom was like in and out of the ER most of the night. Baby's failing. I mean, baby is like dying in her arms. Wow. And she finally, the last time she went back to the hospital, she said, "You're missing it. You've got to do something." And they tested his blood sugar. He was like in the 20s.
Wow.
I mean, that's like
10 times or better.
It's bad, right?
Yeah.
About 100 would be fine. And a baby can't tell you how he's feeling. He can't tell you when he's going low, when he's going high. Some adults can't. But anyway, they sent him home from the hospital with an insulin pump. And once the trauma, the life-threatening part was settled, she just thought, what?
Yeah.
This baby who's learning to roll and crawl. And anyway, we shifted gears right about then. Yeah. And we sent her like the littlest pair of underwear we could. Put the pocket on it, and the relief that she felt and the way we were able to serve that family just kind of drives us to do what we do.
You have products for both men, women, and children?
Yeah.
Wow. Kind of show us, we've got an example here.
Yeah.
Kind of show us this is an example of what she has the patent, and I didn't realize she had a patent. That's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. So this pocket is cell phone sized. Excuse me. This pocket is cell phone sized, so just traditional, placement on the leg.
See women with them all the time. So.
Yes, but this has a flap over the top. So when you do your yoga inversions, that's what you do, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do it out every Saturday.
Yeah. Then your phone won't fall out.
Yeah.
Or any vigorous activity. But anyway, the other pocket here is the insulin pump sized pocket. So it keeps it real snug and nice against the body, and you can feed the tubing through the back. So then your tubing's not hanging out and getting caught on drawers and doorknobs. And we've heard of like little kids snipping, a classmate's tubing, stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So that's the pocket.
Absolutely a great idea. Tell us what kind of varieties of clothing you have.
Well, clothing is a little bit of a misleading word. Yes, you wear these clothing, and this would be the most specific clothing item, but really it's for underneath for layering. Because we want people to have the freedom to wear whatever they want. So a little girl who wants to wear a dress doesn't have a pocket for her. So she can wear a pair of underwear. We have little cami tank tops. We have little simple bands that have the pocket in it.
Okay.
So that's what makes it really wearable, is you can wear what you want. That's the message. Like, please want. And we'll take care of your pump. You do what you want. And so clothing's a little misleading. It's more of a layering piece. Yeah. So you can wear whatever you want. So for men, we have tank tops, crew neck t-shirts, we have underwear. And we have all those things for women, a few other things for women and girls.
Good. And you do all this out of here in Idaho Falls?
Well, no. I mean, we work, I live here, but we contract with manufacturers. Most of them are in Mexico. And we used to fulfill out of a warehouse in Utah, but we recently brought that in-house.
That's where
the other thing.
The new thing. Because you tend to say, okay, this is a problem. I'm going to fix my problem. In the case of this, it initially started with, cell phones, this will be good for people's cell phones. Well, then it pivoted into, hey,
insulin pumps.
Insulin pumps.
Yeah.
But tell us about the fulfillment center. Why move from a company?
Yeah, well, we went to get the last of our stuff. It's twofold. We wanted more control over our inventory. We wanted less mistakes. Now, time will tell if we can do that, right?
Yeah,
but at least then we can say, no, there should be 50.
Yeah.
And we count them. We can pay people to do that, but it's still keep it in-house. So we went and got the rest of our inventory out of Utah, and they said, yeah, this other company is struggling to find a new place. They've outgrown us, and they need a new place. And we hopped in the truck and went, that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because then it bolsters what we're already doing.
Right.
So we didn't have to recreate anything. And so we did. We have a New Zealand natural pet food company's
Wow.
pallets in our warehouse as of a couple days ago.
Yeah.
That's here in Eastern Idaho as well?
The shop is in Rigby. Yep. And that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
The container showed up and literally we're just like,
So then what is that?
we're warehousers now.
What does that look like? Because there's all these ways in which now people buy stuff, whether it be through an app, online, on their phone, on a computer, whatever, right?
So that's the challenge of becoming a 3PL. That's what we're learning. We will just integrate with their ordering system. We are familiar with the system we used. We'll bring that in-house. We'll fulfill our stuff through that system and anybody else's. Then for example, this company sells via Amazon, via Chewy.com, So we'll pull all those into one spot, stuff out the door.
Yeah. And they're moving some dog food then. Yeah.
It's like wild goat.
Really?
It's very intense.
should have-
really nice dog food.
Yeah, feral pig, because that's an
They have
issue.
pig?
Do they? Yeah,
They have
because in
pig.
the United States, they got all those like Texas and all that. Or those pigs need to go somewhere.
So,
Might as well become dog food.
and it's fun to coordinate. It was interesting because we got online to reach out to them and they're just like us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And really, aren't we all? Like,
Yeah.
just all doing a project we find meaningful. And so just now I hope we can support more of those businesses. Like to grab a few more brands to bring in.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you see that as? I mean, there's other fulfillment centers actually in the area.
Yeah, there are.
And there are tricks to that. It's not just running around. You have a pick sheet
No.
and you have to get it right.
Oh, for sure. You've got to get it right. We're going to focus a lot on barcoding. So the machine will blow up at you if you haven't scanned the location, the bin, and the individual item. And then won't let you print before you've got that order right to send it. So, yeah.
So, and you created that software, or that's a third party?
No.
Wow. Well, so I want to go back to Revelwear. Tell us the process and what the timing was to get your patents, to get business up and going, and to get it to the phase that it's.
Yeah, because patents are super easy.
No.
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 Oh, okay.
They're not super easy, and a patent lawyer is not cheap.
Yeah.
Right? So we did it ourselves with the advisement of a patent lawyer. So my partner wrote the patent herself, but he checked on it and checked the boxes. Yeah. And that took some time. This has been a really, really long road, and it has not been easy. I mean, it's been really rough. We've separated from partners that started out with us. That has been a really rough go. It's still not great in that way.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, business is good. And we've solved a lot of problems and reached a lot of people. And the patent thing is huge. But challenges all the time. I mean, patent's just one of them.
Well,
right?
I've seen someone that has a patent on a product, and part of their business though is going after people that infringe. In fact, they have.
Yeah.
It seems like almost many people working on that as working on the product.
And it's like a business strategy almost, right? It's like another source of income.
Yeah.
To chase that.
Yeah, because they don't ever try to put anyone out of business. They just want.
Just cease and desist.
Yep. Well, no, they just want to cut.
Okay.
They would take a 12% cut as well.
Or what's the approach too? Well, why don't you buy us then?
Yeah.
Right? There's all of that kind of thinking. We do collect. My kid came up the stairs the other night and said, "Mom, look at this pocket." It was like the tight undershorts under an athletic, and it was a total infringement. So we send those to the patent lawyer. We don't chase them. Really aggressively,
Right.
But because it's hard, they can get around infringement too.
Yeah.
Like this.
They have to change something. Is that? Okay.
Yeah. Just change a couple of things, and then they're not infringed.
But that costs them time and effort.
Yeah, and the patent does help us in terms of like the medical community to deal with. right? The legitimacy there helps us a lot.
So here's this little mom from small town Idaho, figuring out patents, figuring out all these things. So why do you think you have that ability? A harsh question. That's a harsh way to ask.
Yeah, Tyler,
why, I know
why
you.
wouldn't I have that
exactly.
ability?
I know that, but I guess my point of that question is more of there's a lot of people out there that just don't swing the bat when they're at the plate.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that because a lot of people have good ideas.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really smart. You meet them all the time. Great ideas. What it takes to follow through with those ideas, though, and bring a product to market is not.
Especially with a patent.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Right? We've been knocked down a lot of times, and it's super challenging. It's not. Our business is about this pocket, but the success of the business is about us showing up every day, regardless of those challenges.
Let me kind of, we ask all the people we have on the show some questions, and I want to read this because I think it's important that as she said what she just said, I would ask anyone looking to go into business to truly check their tolerance for risk. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about money. You can plan on that being painful. I'm talking about time, family, and friends. I'm going to do something huge, so the price is astronomical. Can't predict where your venture will hit the hardest. Plan for success, have reserves, set some boundaries, but ultimately you have to go in knowing you could blow it all. And I think there's not enough people that are willing to take the risks in order to do that. So,
but to that, I guess something people that have jobs that they feel they're safe in at any point could that job. I don't
appreciate the word safe, do you?
Yeah, no, they're not, because we were just talking about one of our buddies, and he'll be just fine. But him and 134 other people got let go from a big company because they decided to shelf the idea.
Right.
And it's a viable idea. So it's like, anyway.
It's a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
But I think it's a value. Yeah. Some people, their value is safety.
Yeah.
Mine's not.
Yeah. But they really looked at it. They're not any more safe. It's just you're willing to put in a little more time.
Yeah. And I have a ton of support.
Yeah.
I really do. You've met my husband.
Chad's
He's
great.
incredible. Yeah. He's really just taking care of me through this for sure. And yeah, my partner Laurel, and it's not easy, but I plan on.
There being a few hiccups in the road, so absolutely good. How many SKUs do you have? Is the first part of the question, and then I want to talk about this. Okay. What kind of where are you at? How many SKUs do you have?
We have almost 500 SKUs.
Wow.
And I do think that was a big challenge for the other warehouse, right? Because every style you put out has a size and a color.
Right.
Right. And if we change anything, you've got to think about that. Well, what about the photography? What about the SKU? What about the, right? Yeah. So 500. So when we approached this pet food company, I said, well, I was transparent. Hey, we started a warehouse. I have some space. You want to give us a shot? She's like, well, we have 50 SKUs. And
we had that for sure.
Tammy, my operations manager, was like, do that in my sleep.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's exciting. But you kind of to that point, you go into it, because if they would have said, well, we got 5,000 SKUs, what are you thinking then?
Then I'm thinking, okay, that would stress me out.
Yeah.
No doubt would that stress me out. But could we do it?
So now this one, though, it's more than just you and a New Zealand goat food, dog food company. How do you go and attract new business to?
Can we you guys answer that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I want to know, because this would help me on a lot of my things.
So I don't have a plan.
Oh, very good.
I'm hoping someone watching wants to get their stuff out of their basement.
Yes. Yeah.
That's one thing. We're going to cold call Shopify stores that seem to be growing. The 3PL system, the warehouse management system we're bringing on, is going to have a network for us to tap into.
Okay.
Those are a few things. Set up a Google listing.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah, because there are people that fulfill their own orders.
Oh, for sure.
And you probably did in the very beginning.
Did in the very beginning, then outsourced it, then brought it back.
Yeah.
And it's fluid.
Yeah.
It really, it's expensive.
Right.
But it's fluid.
Oh, that's just great to see someone that's taken on that much of a challenge, and yes, it solved your own company needs that you needed. that's a definite benefit. But there's also that you're now going out and taking it to other people and offering it to other people.
Yeah, and I think too, there are so many great entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But there really is only a couple of options for fulfillment. So I think it just strengthens our network.
Yeah.
You know, there's room
cool.
and people coming.
So then it's just semis show up and drop stuff off, and semis on the other side of the building get filled up and take off and deliver orders.
Yeah, and that will depend a lot on, are we sending giant pallets out? Are we sending individual packets? That's going to be up and down all the time.
Yeah.
But that is what happened. A 40-foot container that's been on the water for 3 months came.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. You open it up and
We opened it up.
Yeah.
We grabbed a forklift and my uncle,
yeah.
and we unloaded it.
Have you driven a forklift before?
Gonna.
Okay, I
I
did
will.
in high school. I
I feel
tipped
like
some stuff over in it.
the
that I
guys
shouldn't
down the
have.
Do
road.
not call Tyler. He
Yeah.
will not.
You don't wanna do it?
I want to drive it. Yes, I'm just not going to guarantee something's not going to get tipped over.
No, he did a great job.
Yeah.
That was so many things fell into place that day
Yeah.
that worked for us that we really did not have answers to. And we're just going to go for this. It just feels
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of has been your attitude
Yeah, it is.
about I'm sorry, Revelwear.
Yeah.
Sorry, and this one too. But it tends to work out.
it'll work
Yeah.
out.
I love that kind of entrepreneurial attitude. Tell us anything else that you want to talk about to give people exposure for Revelwear, for K. McGee Fulfillment.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love for anybody, most people know somebody
Yeah.
that has type 1 diabetes. And passing the word along would be great. We find them on Facebook and it's working out, but that personal connection always means a lot to us.
Very good. What's your website? Tell us what your website is.
www.revelwear.com.
Revel, R-E-V-L.
V as in Victor.
Yep.
And that came from Revel, like joyous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want our consumers. A little bit of freedom, someone's taking care of them and that kind of thing.
Good. What about the fulfillment?
No website.
No
Oh, wow.
website yet. We got to work on that. So.
I did register the domain. It's going to be kmcgeefulfillment.com. We'll get our email sent out.
Yeah.
Text one of you guys and then
Yeah.
we'll connect because
We can help you with that.
Come up with a longer name. K. McGee Fulfillment.
Inc. or K. McGee Fulfillment and Brothers.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Very good. We're excited. These two businesses are going to be absolutely great here for Eastern Idaho. I encourage you to go out and check out the Revelwear. Where else? I mean, are you selling exclusively online?
Yeah, exclusively online.
No distributors or no
Amazon
other.
and our website.
Amazon. I thought that's like. I did see that there wasn't selling on Amazon, which is big win. You gotta be able to do that. So, when you're fulfilling those orders, or do they fill them?
Well, we send them to FBA,
Yeah.
and then they fulfill them. We fulfill Amazon's orders to us. Does that make sense?
Very good. What a great company, Revelwear here in Eastern Idaho. Absolutely excited about the business, and man, surprise, they even got a patent on that, and that just gives so much more validity to the company. I can't tell you how exciting that is. We had a show here a couple months ago where we had some people, and your name wasn't brought up that you had a patent on this.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, that's just absolutely awesome that you have a patent. We wish you the absolute best in especially with the new K. McGee Fulfillment as well.
Yeah.
So very good. Well, check out revelwear.com. And soon to be K. MGee Fulfillment.
Just call me.
So,
Just call her.
Right. So very good. Well, let's end with this quote that you have that you had staring at everybody.
I think we've touched on it, right? There is no substitute for persistence. That whole chapter in Think and Grow Rich, I find really, really powerful. Gives you the strength to keep your eye on the prize and keep going and get your mindset in the right spot. It's not always easy, right?
Nope.
But if you keep showing up, it'll work out.
And that's a great book to Grow Rich. One of the top books. It's old book.
Old school.
Old
yeah.
school, but
I think it's true for our relationships and those kinds of things too.
Absolutely agree with that. That's great. Well, we appreciate you being here. Katie Larson with Revelwear. We're going to transition right into our training. Man, I got to say, I don't read a lot of books, but I was going to a racquetball tournament up in Montana last fall, and my twin brother said, let's listen to this book going to Missoula, Montana. I was like, okay, yeah. We put it on, and I got halfway through the book by the time we got there, and I found myself leaving the tournament when I had some breaks that I would go out and was listening to this, and we finished it on the way home. But I can say this is one of my favorite books, called The Energy Bus. We're going to give away a copy today, so we're going to give away that, and we're going to give away two things. She also brought some Revelwear that we're going to give away. So if you're wanting that, we're going to give away this copy of this Energy Bus. But I wanted to kind of go through, and we've got two videos that we're going to show here at the end, and that talk about the Energy Bus. The first one is the actual author, John Gordon, just a quick video on him describing of kind of setting the book up. And then the next book actually goes through and introduces it a little bit more. So we've got two videos that are actually going to do this, but I don't want to give away a lot of things because it's just an absolutely phenomenal. You've read the book.
I have read it a couple years.
I read it too.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 10 rules to fuel your life, work, and team with positive energy. And I guess this is my favorite thing to kind of talk about is those kind of those topics right there. Fuel your life, work, and team with positive energy. And that's probably why it just rang so well with me that I couldn't stop listening to this book. Let me go through the kind of this, and I don't want to give away. These are the 10 rules that it talks about there, but the way that the book presents it is such a great way. He'll introduce the kind of how the story is set up. It's a man that was struggling in his marriage, his job, everything in life that he was struggling with, and one day he gets a flat tire. Okay, so he gets a flat tire. He asks his wife to take him to work, and she says, no, take the bus. So he jumps on this bus, and over the period of the next couple of weeks, I don't know why it took 2 weeks to get a tire fixed. My car's in the shop, and it'll be done in an hour with new tires. So, anyway, spends 2 weeks going onto this bus, and during that time, he learns from people on the bus, teach him the 10 rules. And I'm going to read through those 10 rules, but I sure hope that you'll be motivated to either win this book or go out and buy the book, because it is just absolutely fall. If you're a leader of any more than one or two people, you've got to read this book. So I'll start it off. You're the driver of your bus. And number one, you don't determine that, you're not going to go anywhere. Like you've said with your company, you got to keep showing up each and every day. Got to make sure you're the driver of the bus. Next one, desire, vision, focus, move your bus in the right direction. Kind of simple things, but y'all have to embrace those. Desire, vision, and focus is what gets the bus heading in the right direction. Next one.
Yeah, fuel your ride with positive energy, because, man, if you can listen to all the negative stuff, it's easier, in my opinion, to be negative than to be positive.
It is.
In any aspect of life. But when you're doing this, and sometimes you're going to have to search for the big wins or the small wins that ultimately make the big win, because there may have been a day when you were like, why am I even doing this? It's just been,
yeah.
And one of the things that my wife has done is since COVID started, it's like you turn the news on and it's just all it is negative news, and we stopped watching the news. I watch it just 1 or 2 minutes maybe start, but otherwise my wife says turn it off, and it's been giving us so much more positive energy. I can't tell you. Do you want to give the next one?
Invite people on your bus and share your vision for the road ahead. Absolutely. Yep. You have to be able to communicate that, get them on board.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't, it's not a good match.
Yeah.
Exactly. The next one, don't waste your energy on those who don't get on your bus. Yeah. The pass, get off, and that's smart employment. If you have someone that's not on your team, then give them the bus ticket off.
Don't wait. Which one are we on?
Yep.
Yeah, don't waste your energy on those who don't want to get on your bus.
Yep.
Is that what Did you just do that one?
Nope.
Did I just read
Those
that
two
one?
kind of go
Okay,
together there.
we go.
So go ahead and do the next one.
Post a sign that says "No energy vampires allowed" on your bus. That's so good.
Yeah.
That
Like
is a key
seriously,
thing.
we don't have time for that crap.
Yeah.
Don't.
Let's go.
Absolutely. What a key week with the Valentine's, Halloween this.
Yeah.
So no energy vampires allowed on your bus. I love that. People can suck the life out of you.
Yeah.
And you just can't allow that. And so enthusiasm attracts more passengers and energizes them during the ride.
Yeah. Love your passengers. Sometimes that's hard. I'm not
It
going to
is.
lie.
It is.
I'll say I got after one of my passengers today, but in a kind way. And look, this is how it's going to work.
Yeah.
I still love the passenger, but anyway.
Just go ahead and do that.
Drive with purpose. Amen to that.
Yeah, you got to have that. Like
Yeah.
you've said so many times during the show today, got to show up each and every day, and you got to have that purpose.
Yep. And you can't let other things that may feel bigger at the time distract you.
Yeah.
You'll take a wrong turn and then what?
Exactly. Yep. The last one, have fun and enjoy the ride. Absolutely great, great principles in this book. Let me just summarize it up. Positive energy is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The stronger it gets, the more powerful you become. The more you focus on positive energy, the more it becomes your natural state. That's by John Gordon. I encourage you to go get this book.
Yeah.
If
It
you
is
want
a
to win
fun
it,
read.
It's a story read. It's
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yep. So this is available. You can get them on Amazon. It's $21.95, I think. We're going to give away a copy of it.
You should have a link so you get,
Oh, affiliate.
yeah, really promoting this book.
It
So.
should.
Anyway.
It's one of the most exciting trainings I think
Amazon
we've done.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should. But let's give this away. So we're going to give this. So you want to put my cell phone number up there. If you want to win this book, he's not going to win it. We'll send him a voicemail. So, if you want to win this book, let's just ask the question. Got to tell me what I was doing when I left state and listened to this book. What was I doing? What was
Yeah.
Where was I
Where
going?
you
What was I
going?
doing?
Yeah.
Send me something about that, and you're going to win this book. And we've got some
Innerwear.
Revelwear.
Revelwear. Oh.
Yeah,
Why do you call
so
it innerwear?
Well, that was what it was
that was
called.
the
in
former
Yeah.
Okay.
brand name.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
So I brought small, medium, large, extra large, I believe. So maybe
Okay.
they should just text you their size and you can pick a winner.
Very
Yeah.
good. Let's ask a trivia question. We got to ask a little trivia question on this. What is the name of her fulfillment center? Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
wow.
All
We
right.
talked about it multiple times.
It's really short.
That's right.
Listen, it was born like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
well,
gotta-
it's good. I like it. That's how I base things off of his name too. So,
There
yeah.
you go. So if you can text us the name of her fulfillment company, and that's one of the words in the name. So you got two other words to come up with. If you can do that, we're going to get you some Revelwear. That you don't have to have an insulin pump. I'm
No.
sure that they'll be fine without that. But if you have an insulin pump, we'd love
Even
to
better.
get them away for you. So very good. Anything else we have?
No, I don't have anything.
Let's not talk about next week's show because they just canceled on the way here. And
We're still gonna
we're
come,
going to find a
right?
business. We've got a couple people that we've got some feelers out to. So we will have that. We've got almost a lot of the shows booked through the rest of the year.
Yep.
But next week we're going
That
to
should
be.
have been the trivia question. It's like, who wants to come on the
That's
show?
right.
So,
So
anyway.
if you're watching the show and want to be on here, send me a text. We'll be glad to look at it. So very good. Well, we appreciate you tuning in to Talkin' Business today, and look forward to seeing you again. Good luck with Revelwear and
And that
other
other
company,
thing
that
that
other
we can't now
fulfillment company.
say.
I just
that
can't say it
we're trying
again.
to promote here, but we can't say their name.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
You
thanks
betcha.
for being here.
Thanks, Katie Larson. Have a
All
great
right.
day. Give us a thumbs up.
I am not naturally a positive person. I grew up in Long Island, New York. In a Jewish Italian family. A lot of food, a lot of guilt. A lot of wine, a lot of whining. But in my life and my pursuit of wanting to be a more positive person, I wrote a book called The Energy Bus. Who here has read The Energy Bus? Okay. Both of you, awesome. All right. But it's a very excited too, so that's great. Well, for those who haven't read it, it's about a guy named George who's miserable and negative. His team at work is in disarray. He has problems at home, and he wakes up Monday morning to a flat tire. And George was just fed up with life. And he was very easy to write because he was based on me. He was based on my own personal struggles with negativity and adversity and challenges. And so he has this flat tire. He walks inside, he asks his wife to take him to work, and she won't, guys. That was also based on personal experience. So now he has to take the bus to work. And he gets on the bus, and he meets Joy, the bus driver. She calls him Sugar. And she and a cast of characters teach George the 10 rules for the ride of his life that not only help him become a more positive person, a better leader, but a better father, a better husband. It's about getting his team on the bus and moving in the right direction with a shared vision, focus, and purpose. And in many ways, it's a story about a leader having to overcome negativity, adversity, and challenges to define himself and ultimately his team's success. I really believe that George represents the fact that optimism is a competitive advantage. That optimism allows us to overcome those challenges, to ultimately create the future.
It was Monday, and George hated Mondays. And, of course, this Monday was going down as one of the worst of all time.
Of course. Today, of all days.
As he stood in his driveway, angry, bitter, and frustrated, George's face was about to burst. He wasn't surprised, really. Misfortune had been following him for the past few years like a dark rain cloud hovering over his life. And today was no different. George's negative attitude and perspective were burdens. Negativity not only made him unhappy, but now it was threatening his family, marriage, and career. If he didn't change, George was in danger of losing it all. Of course, the reality is, we all have a little George within us, especially when challenged with moments of negativity and adversity in our own lives. But it's how we respond to these moments that defines our path forward, and ultimately the degree of success, happiness, and well-being we experience in our personal and professional lives. And somehow, this Monday was going to be different.
Well, good morning, George. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Energy Bus, a ride that changed George's life and is sure to change yours as well. Get ready for a fun, interactive experience that explores 10 secrets for approaching life and work. These secrets reveal the kind of positive, forward thinking that leads to true accomplishment. Through George's story, you'll discover the power of positive thinking, and you'll build your own action plan, one that can help you find success in everything you do. So come aboard. We've been waiting for you. This is going to be the ride of your life.
The purest essence of what makes a business tick is sometimes fleeting. It's not always available to draw on demand. So if you can capture these things on video, you're capturing magic in a bottle. My name is Tyson, and I own New Line Media. I really believe that the keystone to any successful business is the connection that business builds with the people that it serves. Traditionally, these attributes were all achieved through interpersonal communication. It came through authentic connection. Then the arena of the internet introduced a whole range of resources that expanded what businesses were capable of achieving. But the trade-off for these new resources was that authentic connection with the people that we serve. And without that connection factor, businesses become commodities, just a name and a price tag. So the dilemma businesses face today is how to preserve that sense of connection in a digital space. And I believe that the answer to that problem is video. At New Line Media, my goal is to help you take your influence, your passion, your spirit, your essence, and make it available to anyone, at any time, no matter where they are. When the power of video is truly harnessed, it can become so much more than just a flashy way to promote yourself. Video can help your business build trust in those you serve or want to serve. It can build familiarity. It provides information and education, and most of all, it can pull your customer into your space for a few moments and give them a taste of what working with you would be like. It provides them with that in-house connection experience, no matter where they are. And that is what I focus on, because it's all about making a connection. So if you're a business owner who's ready to shift gears and unbind yourself using video as the business asset that it should be, then go to my site and submit a request to work with me. If I think I'm going to be the best fit for you, then I will reach out and we will schedule a time to meet.